Welcome to Gift Zone, everybody. Welcome to Gift Zone. Welcome to Gift Zone. I come to bring you this quick message before I make it happen today. Who's joining me? Who's joining me? Welcome to Gift Zone, guys. This is day 9 on Gift Zone, on cultivating the abundant mindset. Because going into the new season, you cannot carry the old into the new. Who's listening this morning? As you come on, give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up if you've been following the full entire series, and you appreciate it. It's been a blessing. Be sure to share this message with someone. Let me spread some blessing to someone's life. Let me bring some clarity to someone's life. As we're going into this new season and operating from your gift, from a mindset of abundance and not scarcity, people, these are some questions that you must answer, okay? It's 4 questions of the heart. 4 questions of the heart that you must answer going into this next season if you want all of this to make sense to you, all right? What we know about our gifts. What we know about a gift. The Spirit of God. The Spirit gives gifts as He desire, which means that you don't have to ask for permission for your gift. You don't have to beg for your gift. Come on, someone, listen. You don't have to even borrow for your gift, because your gift will simply make room for you. Okay? Everything that you pursue, once you cultivate your gift, would become eluding you and actually become attracted to you. So guys, come on. 4 questions. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna break it down into 2. So real quick, I'm gonna give you a two-part of the questions. I'm gonna give you 2 questions, and later on, I'm gonna come on with the other 2. Okay. So right now, I'm just gonna give you 2. So let's begin. Let's begin. Am I even on live here? Am I on live? Okay, I think yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm on live. This yeah, internet thing is really crazy, but I'm getting it. Okay. The first question is, who am I? You gotta answer these questions, all right? Ask yourself these questions and answer them. So make sure get your pen, your paper, and ask yourself these questions. They need answer going into the next season. Okay, we have 1 more day before all of the hype would finally be unfold. Okay, who am I? Who am I? You must answer this question. Okay, you no longer need to be identifying yourself with your job, your business, your spouse, or even anything that is removable or replaceable. Okay? Let me say it again. You can no longer be identifying yourself with your job, or the acronyms behind your name, your businesses, your spouse, or anything that is removable. Okay? We have to look at ourselves from a spiritual perspective. Let's look at ourselves from a spiritual perspective. Okay? We have to know who we are in God. Okay? And in the Bible, Ephesians, you have Ephesians 2:6. Also in Genesis, is explained that God created mankind in His image and His likeness. In His own image and likeness, He created him male and female. Okay? Image. When the Bible talk about image, it simply talk about the nature of God. We have been born out of the nature of God, so we are able to operate from the nature of God, which means that we were given dominion, we were given power, we are creators in God. Once you could identify who you are, in the Spirit of God, you would be open up, the door would be open up to so many infinite abundance. Okay? So no longer going into the new season, no longer be second guessing yourself, no longer asking yourself the question, am I good enough? Would this really work? Can God do this for me? Can this be possible? No longer you're going to ask yourself that question. All right, guys. The second question of the day. The second question you're going to answer yourself, and be sure that you ask this. Where am I from? Where am I from? Guys, once again, you got to answer this question. You got to know from a spiritual aspect. Okay? You have to know, where are you from? My good friend Anthony Andrews, when he give this lesson a year ago, he described it as a military going across seas, going overseas. Doesn't matter which, you could be in Afghanistan. It doesn't matter where the United States military goes. They still have access to unlimited resources back in the U.S. You understand what I'm saying? So from a spiritual standpoint, you must realize that we are not from here. We are not from the U.S. We are not from the Bahamas. You are not from Africa. You're not from China. It doesn't matter. That is not where you're from. You don't put yourself on the alignment of where you've been born. Okay? But you must understand who you are from a spiritual standpoint. Okay, I got a scripture here that I want you to read up on, okay? And it's Philippians 3, verse 20. Okay? And it says, hold it. All right. It says Philippians 3, verse 20, and it says, "For our citizenship is in heaven." All right? "From whence also we look for the Savior, that is our Lord Jesus Christ." You get that? Okay. And these notes, it's even on the paper. These notes, all of these notes, I've written down, and I study them, and and everything about my life, it finally makes sense. It finally makes sense. So guys, you gotta answer these questions moving forward to the new seasons. All right. Once you know where you're from, you got to go ahead and read these scriptures to get a better understanding, okay? This is for the spiritual one. This is for the ones that are in the spirit. Moving into this next season, life is only going to make sense once you can identify yourself in the spirit, in your true nature. You are not your job. You're not what you do, or all the acronyms behind your name. You're not from the birth country where you're from. But you must understand that your place is in the kingdom of heaven, where God is from. Your citizenship, which means that you have abundance, unlimited resources from heaven. Okay, and the word says that whatsoever a man binds, listen to me, whatsoever a man binds on earth would also be bind in heaven. And whatsoever he looses on earth will also be loose in heaven. So here it is. If you don't believe me on where you're from, if you don't believe me on where your strength coming from, you don't believe me on where your resources coming from, guys, you can read the scriptures. You got to believe in the scriptures, all right? You got to believe in the scriptures. If it could happen for other people, I don't know many of you. I don't know if you was following the great awesome speaker, and master motivator, the man who changed my life, just by his words. Never even met him in my life. Never even met him. If you understand where he come from, the place where he come from, if you understand the challenges, the questions he even had to answer during his process, if you really hear about his process, whatever you're going through, I look like a walk in the park. And guys, guess what? All of our processes are different. But moving forward into the 2017 season, you're no longer going to win tomorrow if you cannot win today. If you cannot answer these questions, if you cannot identify your resources, you cannot identify who you are and why you are the way you are, then it's hard to say you're going to win in transition. I know, switch it up, right? But once again, be sure to share this message with someone that is connected to you. And stay tuned later on this afternoon. I'm going to bring the other two questions to you. Got a few things to do. Got to make it happen today. I feel like it's a wonderful day for me. I don't know about you, but one thing I do know is that you have access to unlimited resources. You have infinite potential. Okay, you can just speak it and it can actually appear in existence. But the thing is, you have to know what you have. A man cannot operate. A man cannot use the resources that he have if he don't know and understand. You can have the keys. You can have all of the resources in the world, but if you don't know how to use it, guys, just waste of time. All right. But be sure to share this information with someone, and you know, I love you to life, and I appreciate all of you that took time out to actually watch my videos. Those who are watching the replay, watch the full series from season 1, but this is day 9. I'll see you later on.